Brought to you by PosterFix. At PosterFix, we bring your vintage posters back to life.
This is Leo Cloutier with Malice to It, and it's indeed a pleasure to have as our guest today one of the outstanding players with the Stanley Cup champion Bostin Bruins. I'd like to welcome to our show once more Eddie Westfall. Welcome, Ed.
Thank you very much, Leo. Always a pleasure to get to see you and talk to you.
Well, Ed, certainly is a pleasure to have you once more. You've been one of the best interviewed persons we've had, and it's always a pleasure. Ed, you're in the midst of a great season.
Well, yeah, I guess probably point-wise, it's my most productive season offensively, and I think our record defensively hasn't been too bad. And I'm certainly enjoying it, of course, and I've said many times it's something that we have to do to satisfy our own selves, is to come back with a great season after winning that big, beautiful Stanley Cup.
There's no doubt about that. That was quite an accomplishment. Ed, have you had a 20 or 20-plus goal season in your many years in the National Hockey League?
No, Leo, I haven't. The closest I got was 18 one season, and I got close a couple of times, 16 and 17, but I've never hit that golden mark of 20, and I'm certainly looking forward to trying to do it this year. I've got off to a good start, and barring any injuries and a few fortunate goals, a man short, then it could very well happen.
No doubt about that. And, Eddie, I imagine that anyone getting 20 goals in hockey is comparable of hitting 350 in baseball.
Well, I guess it is hard to compare, but I know that through the years I've played and the players I've played against and with, to reach 20 goals in the season, it's a very rewarding experience, because there is a certain set goal, like 20 goals as a successful season, and I would imagine that somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 to 350 in batting average in baseball would be comparable.
There aren't too many of those around it.
No, there isn't. I think that there's a little advantage now in our business. We play a few more games now than we used to. I remember when we played 70 games. Now we're up to 78, so it does offer a few more opportunities to score 20 goals. And then on the other hand, the teams get better, and the competition a little keener and a little tougher, so maybe one weighs against the other. It's still a tremendous thing to be able to accomplish 20 goals in a season.
And Eddie, if you win the National Hockey League leadership, first place, for instance, what is the compensation?
Well, I think that it's $2,250 per man in the financial end of it, and it also offers you the extra home game in your playoff series as you go on into the Stanley Cup playoffs. So it's a tremendous advantage, both financially and standing-wise, when it comes to playoff time.
And I certainly would like to take this opportunity to wish you and the Bostin Bruins another Stanley Cup championship and your fine family, worlds of luck and worlds of good health for years and years to come.
Thank you very much, Leo.
Thank you, Eddie. This was an interview with Eddie Westfall, the star player with the Bostin Bruins, the national, or rather the Stanley Cup champions. And this brings us to the end of the Malice to It number today. Until tomorrow at the same time, Leo Cloutier, good day.
Brought to you by PosterFix. At PosterFix, we bring your vintage posters back to life. To learn more about Leo Cloutier's sports world, visit leocloutier.com.